everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are back with a different kind of video. We are going to be talking about the Dolly Parton documentary because, you know, we were tired and we just felt like watching a movie, so...
That's right, so why not educate ourselves on a true icon, a legendary figure of the music industry. It's been trending on Netflix.
Yes.
Popping up on everybody's home feed, I guess. So we did the work for you to tell you if it was worth it. So what did you learn? What's the first thing that you learned?
The first thing I learned was that Dolly Parton was the one who wrote I Will Always Love You.
Oh, the Whitney Houston bop of all time.
Yeah, I didn't realize. And apparently it was supposed to go to Elvis.
Yeah, but Elvis's manager was too greedy.
Yeah.
So he passed on it. I knew that it was a Whitney Houston, that Whitney Houston took it from her, but I didn't know the thing about Elvis. The interesting thing about the documentary is they spent a lot of time talking about the virtues of her musicianship, which to me, I feel like Dolly is more of a musical personality more than she is like a musician. And I don't want to take anything away from her musicianship at all. She's a great singer, for sure. And you know, they talk about the songwriting a lot, but I can't really say that I know a lot of Dolly Parton songs. I think Jolene is popular now, but it wasn't always the case as far as I know, right? From my generation anyways. The first time I heard Jolene was the White Stripes cover. Right? I know you're somewhat familiar with it.
I know Jolene.
Right?
I feel like, doesn't everyone?
See, until I heard the White Stripes cover, I feel like Jolene was not that big of a song.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Country music in general was a huge blind spot for me, you know? But 9 to 5 is the bop. That's the one. 9 to 5 is like amazing. I love 9 to 5.
Seeing her act in that movie was also great.
Yeah, so Dolly Parton to me has just been this force of nature. More so like an entertainer, more so than just like a musician. Like she's just so funny. Like I love Dolly Parton. How do you not love Dolly Parton?
She's so wholesome.
It's impossible not to love Dolly Parton.
Yes.
The big takeaway for me was the introduction to the Porter Wagoner show. So if y'all don't know Porter Wagoner like I didn't, he's this whack talk show host that had like a country show and kind of put her on the show for like 7 years.
I don't really know.
Creepy vibes.
Yeah, he
from
was a little
Porter
bit
Wagoner.
weird. He had like these like sequin suits too that were like blinding when you looked at them.
The suits were real Tiger King vibes.
Yeah,
from Porter Wagoner,
totally.
right? Like
I could have fit right in with that one.
Also, it answered the age-old question for me. Every time I've ever seen any country music thing pre-1980, is always in front of a fence that's in front of a barn, which is clearly fake. Every performance I was always like, why are they always performing in front of like a barn? And it's like, oh, this was the Porter Wagoner set, apparently.
I mean, maybe other people copied it.
And I get, well, maybe, I don't know. Hey, whatever works. Maybe we should do that. Maybe I should get a barn.
The set?
Backyard. Yeah, a barn set. Yeah, so Porter Wagoner, you know, creepy vibes, but also ahead of his time vibes. The sequin suits, I think, were, you know...
I mean, he would have been a complete and total meme.
I'm pretty sure I've seen Tyler Hero wear some of those Porter Wagoner suits.
We also learned that Dolly has been married for 50 years, but no one's ever seen the husband.
Speaking of Tiger King vibes, this is a missing husband that no one has ever seen.
Literally, not even her friends or her manager knows who he is.
Yeah,
They've never seen him.
And that's a little strange.
It is a little strange.
And he never goes to the shows? This is never gone?
Like, what does he do? He just sits at their home?
I guess so.
And it's been 50 years.
Uh-huh. And listen, I'm no stranger to my girlfriends avoiding my shows over the years, but every single one
over like
that's
50 years.
It's a little strange.
And their origin story was even weirder.
Oh yeah, that they met at a place called the Wishy Washy Washateria. Which is apparently Nashville speak for laundromat.
The washateria.
A washateria. The wishy-washy washateria is where they met.
And then I guess he recounted the story to Jane Fonda, and he couldn't explain Dolly's body in the right manner.
Yeah,
he was trying to explain it.
Apparently Jane Fonda is one of the few people who've seen her husband alive. And he cooked dinner, or breakfast.
It was a great breakfast.
Yeah, it was a great breakfast according to Jane Fonda. And then she goes, well, explain the first time you saw Dolly. And he became so flustered, he fell backwards in his chair, trying to do something with the proportion.
Like this. I'm like,
yeah.
Why?
So that's interesting. Yeah. So again, more Tiger King vibes. I guess the next thing I learned was really just how naive I've always been when it comes to women in wigs, right?
Like, what do you
I think as a child, I always assumed, oh, that Dolly just has big hair.
Oh,
like,
you never thought that was a wig?
Not as a kid. I think men in general have no idea how women's hair works for the longest time. I mean, now I know it was a wig.
Well, yeah, because she literally showed you her
oh
wig section on the tour bus.
But it's always just like, wow, these wigs are like insane. But here's my question about the wig. For it to be a wig, somebody must have had that hairstyle first. Legitimately. Like an old English queen, perhaps?
I don't freaking know how the wig works.
I don't know. I had a lot of questions about the wigs, some of which were answered. But her outfits were pretty cute.
They were cute.
I think the great travesty of the whole Dolly Parton career is that, like, had she been in her prime for the Instagram era,
oh yeah,
would have broke the internet. 100% would have broke the internet. I think so.
Whatever you say.
I mean, she's got, what, like 3 million some followers?
Yeah.
I guess that's pretty good for, like, a woman in her 70s, for sure.
Yeah.
But prime Dolly Parton Instagram, forget about it.
And the last thing that we learned was that Dolly Parton is 74 years old, and we were shocked because she, like, acts the exact same as she always has.
The dynamic between how certain people act or their quality of life in their 70s astounds me.
I know.
Like, Dolly's just getting up, jumping around.
I know.
She seems to be in better physical condition than I am right now. Like, she just never stops. Meanwhile, if I think of other 75-year-olds that I know, it's like, wow. I don't think
kind of alarming.
It would be kind of hard for them to do what Dolly does.
Or like even like 1/4 of what she does.
Yeah, I would imagine. So, I mean, just props. Just pure props to an absolute legend, Dolly Parton. She's just so funny. Like,
she's so funny. She's so cute.
Yeah, she's so cute, super funny. I really can't even imagine, like, the sexism that she went through, like in back in the day.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
The 60s.
Yeah, and I think another takeaway from the doc is like how she was just super cognizant of it the entire time.
Yeah.
And and just handled it so extraordinarily well.
And she was able to like use it to her advantage.
Yeah, but in a classy way.
Yeah.
But in the classiest of ways. So classy. Dolly Parton.
A class act.
Amazing. So yeah, check out the documentary. It's worth it.
Yeah, it was cute.
Again, some of the musical stuff gets a little interesting. The musicologist, I feel kind of like embarrassed.
Herself. Yeah, guys, it's really enlightening when someone writes a song from the perspective of a person.
They have this musicologist come in and explain some of the music, which, to me, I feel like the whole documentary is just about just the force of nature of Dolly Parton, not necessarily the musician Dolly Parton. So the musicologist was in kind of a tough spot. Like, what makes this song great? And she couldn't really come up with anything other than, like, the thing that makes this song great is it's written from the perspective of someone that just got out of a relationship. And then it's sang in that same perspective. Like every song, you mean? I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, she was kind of
interesting.
Interesting.
Some of the interviews were
a little bit odd.
The one lady had a 10-gallon hat that she's wearing.
Yeah. And a skull in the back.
I always wonder about hats like that. Like, if I wear a hat, I forget I'm wearing a hat eventually. If I wear it for an hour.
I mean, how would you ever forget that one though? We'll insert the picture
like
so I understand.
I would think, how do you not knock stuff over with that hat if you're going through a door frame?
So I feel like it's not that big. It's just really tall.
Hats and wigs, I don't really understand.
Is that your takeaway?
Yeah, but I mean, it's a super tall. Like, imagine having something super tall on your head. I feel like that would be problematic.
Oh, we're talking about wigs too?
Sure.
Oh,
I mean, some of her wigs were at least as high as that hat was. You know? Yeah. So anyways, that's what I learned. Yeah. I also learned that Dolly probably would love our original song, Juliana.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We hit 1,000 streams, everybody. So go and stream it. The links below, Juliana, Andrea, and Sean.
For the great push to 1,200
let's get
streams.
Maybe 1,500, guys.
Whoa. Slow down.
Well, anyways, thank you for joining us on our first movie review.
That's right. Should we give it some kind of rating? All right. What do you think? How many emeralds Because our band is the Emerald
Is this
Riders.
happening right now?
Yeah, for sure.
Camera?
Uh-huh.
How many emeralds do I give this movie?
This is our rating system, by the way, out of 5 emeralds. Because our band is the Emerald Riders.
Maybe 4 out of 5 emeralds.
4 out of 5 emeralds? I was gonna say 3.5.
I think there were some entertaining aspects.
Alright, 4 out of 5.
Because of Dolly.
For sure.
And like the clownery
I mean,
of the rest
Dolly
of the
herself
people.
gets 5 out of 5 emeralds.
Oh yeah. Some of her like interview people were a little interesting.
I'm curious to hear more about the mountain people.
Oh, I want to know more about her past because they kind of briefly like went over that. She just kind of like left at 18 and just
She's like,
went
I was born to mountain people.
and then left.
But
she was like hungry.
But they also have video footage of her and her mountain family from like the late 50s. And it's like, how did you get video footage of that? I don't have any video footage of myself as a child, let alone in a mountain family.
In the 50s?
Yeah, right? Some of this stuff doesn't add up.
A little sus.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, anyways, guys, that's it for the review.
Let us know what else you want us to review. This could be a whole new thing.
Series.
Right here. Yeah, right?
The review?
What's next? The
Review,
Emerald,
bro.
the review. RYVYW.
No one needs to hear
Review.
this right now.
Reviews. Movie reviews.